We're back with another group stage game here. Elden vs. Henry, green versus orange. And their random civilizations are Mongols versus Magyars. So first thing that comes to mind for me is Mongols with the drill siege. They do like Halb though, so it's not like Mongols have a strong Halb siege push. But and then again, you have Magyars. If they get to the Magyar Hussar from the castle, they will eat siege. That goes for both unique units here. Magyar Hussars and Mangodai both deal quickly with siege. But the potentially important factor here, in one sense, is that Mongols have an eco bonus in the Dark Age. Magyars don't. Mongols collect hunt 40% faster. Magyars need to work out their own, but Magyars have some of the best cavalry archers in the game. They have fully upgraded paladins, so they arguably have a way of adding a unit that Mongols will maybe struggle with, because Mongols don't really have halberdier to respond to full Magyars cavalry and their power spikes with the instant upgrades. We'll see how it plays out here, of course. I haven't really seen these civilizations on Arena a lot. They aren't really top tier in that sense. Mongols could play the Mangodai, of course, but it takes a long time to get to fully upgraded Mangodai, and while they are strong, you need lots of castles and lots of work to get there. Magyars, 100%, they are stronger in the castle age than the Mongols. They get the melee attack upgrades instantly, which means that their knight's play will be stronger. And for the very late game, they have good hussars as well. It goes for both civilizations actually, but yeah, if it comes to a raiding point. Blacksmith stable for Elden wants to contest the middle here, while Henry goes for the blacksmith market and prefers to stay at home, maybe realizing that contesting the map Erdon versus Magyar scouts is easier said than done. Wait, Henry is actually up first here, so scratch that, but he's not going for the blacksmith stable approach. He's going for the boom approach here with two additional town centers immediately, and allowing Elden to contest the map and start snagging the relics here. Once he's in the castle age, that is. Elden is going up to the castle age at 27 villagers here. So a couple villagers more, slightly higher idle time as well. Later castle age, but presumably better economy leading into the castle age here. So second town center for Elden and then the monastery to start collecting the relics, which is going to provide a long-term gold boost. Elden set up with a nice map control here with the 5 military against basically 0 for Henry, who has lost his starting scout here, but then the villager situations should be increasing into a lead for Henry soon enough here because of the 3 town centers to 2. Elden on top of this got housed as well in the midst of making these armies and whatnot. But as we can tell from the green dots on the map here, Elden is in full control currently. Personally, Mongols win in Castle Age, Magyars win in Imp. Really? It's not usually the case on open maps though. There, Mongols are definitely weaker, but maybe on Arena, maybe you're right. Henry seems to be setting up more for the Imperial Age here though, with the triple town center boom and establishing a villager advantage here. 3 villagers production to 2, remember. And neither of them have had wheelbarrow. Better eco upgrades for Henry here. Not mining gold at all either, so just big old boom here for the orange player. As Elden Hero collects relics, and it's not any too significant fighting events going on here, so I think I'll take my chances as to boost the speed a little bit here. While we're watching some farming simulator and seeing that, and obviously the idle time is higher because there are more town centers and arguably harder to keep them consistently producing, but it is a villager lead nevertheless, with neither playing having wheelbarrow yet. Elden Hero slightly later to the eco upgrades makes a difference as well, and just now Henry is placing the barracks and intensifying the gold mining here. Elden Hero has the 5 relics that allows him to commit less to gold mining here, and Henry with a monastery, if not for any other purpose than to have the 2 buildings needed to click to Imperial Age here. I guess we can slow it down a little bit now that we've been fast forwarding for a while here. Is it slowing down? Slow down, please. So we have the Green Scout on the edge here, seeing the university and another mining camp. So Henry is on stone as well, so long-term plan, Mango Dye, presumably, or... Talk about blocking the entrance here, at least partly. Outpost right on the gate. That's almost to the point of disrespect there from Elden Hero, but I'll allow it. Still still 3 town centers for both players here, as Elden Hero is going to play the cavalry here. Gonna go into halberdiers as well, question mark. And Henry with the stables here, predicting or assuming maybe the cavalry play from the Magyars here, so he wants to get some camels out to the Mongols here. Mongols get heavy camel. It's a lead to the Imperial Age for Henry here as well with 1 minute. And more villagers, stronger economy overall. Elden Hero with the lights cav just now getting gold mining is really late to the eco upgrades compared to Henry here. Yeah, all of the upgrades coming with lights cab, bloodlines, husbandry. What's our eco setup here? Pretty comparable in the food department. Neither player has built any castle yet either, and now suddenly arranged, so maybe Elden Hero changes his mind, wants to go into cab archers here instead. Not sure what's up. He's gonna place some presence in the middle of the field here, more stables going up, no hiding them away. All these outposts, so outpost rush has got an SS. And they're not revealing all that much, but you'll see the castle, you'll see some town centers. You'll actually not see the stone investment, but given the castle, that's a good indication that there has been stone mined here. Lots more stables going up here. Skirmisher. Okay, so that's against the presumed mango die here, which is not presumed anymore as the castle is up. I think Elden Hero is thinking long term here about Hussar Skirm for this, and Pike, Hussar Pike actually, but more ranges going up as well. Tech Elite Skirm there. Thinking about ways to deal with the mango die here, which Henry is. His boom is uncontested. It's almost a pity that he didn't boom on more than 3 TCs here, because if it doesn't go contested, you could have had an even better village count earlier on here with multiple TCs with the Mongols. But you need stone for that, so you need stone for the castles. Maybe that's the line of thinking here. Not a single mango die produced yet. Maybe it's a Jabate play from Henry here, going for something completely different, but he is getting the upgrades as well. So if Elden Hero clicks the castle, he can see that Bracer is in, and that could be an indication of ranged units in play, of course. Full trash from El Nero. Yeah. Help! Bazaar, skirmisher. I don't know what he's expecting here. See the one stable and the two castles here. Still no Bangodai in production. No traps from either player, despite being in the Imperial Age here. More ranges going up. And going full trash like Eldenir is doing is certainly going to preserve gold for the long run at the very least. Maybe that's the idea here. Hold off the offensives and then strike back with the offensives later. So Magyars Siege, nothing spectacular. They only get cap ram, no siege ram. I assume they get on the gear. I don't think they get bombard cannon, but I'm not too well versed in the Magyar Siege tech tree. Castles have flags now, so it's definitely elite Mangudai in the production here now. Siege ram, we're gonna see, and of course didn't catch if we went for drill siege ram here, but presumably that's the case. In which case, if we had a castle here, Magyars Hussars would be a good way to deal with that. But we have more stables going up as well, so I think Henry here is going to go for mass elite Mangudai with Hussars in front as a mid shield. And Nero still has the middle map control, but the Mangudai should shred the Halberdiers here. They'll struggle more against the skirmishers, but of course, with all the stables going up here for Henry and the Mongols Hussars with their extra, I think it's extra hit points, they will easily deal with the skirmishers as well. So many outposts. Maybe Elden Nero has been taking inspiration from Rageman's games with lots of outposts yesterday. So what's our Mangudai count? Production has stopped for a bit here. We're gonna have at least 20 elite Mangudai, maybe more here, and then the Hussars in front as well. They'll go first. And I'm not too convinced on the full trash situation from Elden Nero here. Siege traps. Henry is just keeping everything hidden here until the battle goes down here. Yes, 7 siege traps. Yes, 20 Mangudai or more. 21, yeah, and counting, and then Hussars. This is like watching one of these low elo games when they just build up for the climax and then there's one big battle and then the game is over. Maybe this is one of these situations. Pop capped for Henry, pop capped for Elden Nero as well, but mainly trash here is going into Cavalier. And he goes for the forward gold here. Might lose one builder to conversion, but those monks, they are soon to become history. As the Hussars run out, the Mangudai run out, the siege rams with drill, as we can see from the movement speed here, they run out. Elden Nero shouldn't stand a chance against this push. But we'll see, of course. Drill siege rams, 10 of them total. I mean, this is what you get for not pressuring Mongols earlier on. I think the Mangudai should easily be able to. And maybe they won't do great against the Rams, but elite Mangudai, yeah, they're killing it quickly. They have bonus attack against siege. So I think with this push, Henry will just break through on Elden Nero's side and end it rather quickly. The castle is outside of the walls here, so once the base is breached, there won't be any castle for Elden Nero to prevent raids at home. And yeah, Don't understand why Elden Hero would allow Henry to boom freely like this and get into exactly this combination in Imperial Age. If you had the castle, you could start contesting the castles to at least limit Mangudai production a bit. But here we go. Big battle events here. Henry 71 military, Elden Hero at 7. Getting Corvinian army, that's the tech that leaves the Magyar Hussars costing only food, but I think it's way too late. The 12 siege rams will be pushing through here. Parthian tactics coming in for the Mangudai as well to provide extra damage against pikes, halberdiers, among other things. And the Hussars are into raid, and there's just not enough army at all here for Elden Hero with the full trash to hold off this offensive. No way. Even if he matches some Magyar Hussars behind this or something, it's not gonna stop this push. This is Mongols dominating at this point. Here comes the cattle on the golds and stones over there. It's not really needed. I'm really seeing that GG call in quite the short time, unless something miraculous happens here for Elden Hero. Is making halberdiers to deal with the raids, but he needs to deal with the siege rams as well, and there are just too many of them. Really? Really? Yeah. Wilders fighting siege rams, good luck with that. How many Mangudai by now? 25 elite Mangudai, Hussar spam. It's basically the main unit in production here. There it is. And Elden Hero calls the GG. Henry takes the first game, but will need to win 2-0 here, as mentioned before. So will need to win with Magyars against the Mongols. And looking at this push, Henry at the very least cannot allow Elden Hero to boom freely with the Mongols the next game. We'll see. 204 to 74 kills. Big battle event happening in the end here. Imagine using that Imperial Age to push with the Thrash and some Trebs in front. Could look a little bit different, but yeah, that's a strong army combination in the end for the Mongols. No question about that. 1346 Castle Age. That's a respectable Castle Age to go into the triple TC boom with the Mongols there. Let's hop into game 2. Here we go. I'll just be speeding it up because we have more games to get through today. Now it's Elden Hero playing as the Mongols and Henry with the Magyars. Back berries, not that it matters behind the stone walls here. We'll see how it plays out. If Elden Hero is the one to go for the early Castle Age with the Mongols and into the boom here now, maybe he'll mirror the play from the first game. That remains to be seen, of course. Pushing in the deer for both of them, presumably. Yeah, Elden Hero pushed all of them already. And it's gonna go up at maybe 25 here, maybe more. Yeah, Henry is going up significantly earlier here with the Magyars. Very early. Is this Siege Tower Archers or something like that? Henry is able to go up at only 25 pop here with the Magyars. With Elden Hero following suit with the 30 pop here. And now with Henry in the Castle Age, let's slow it down and see what happens. Here's the Siege Workshop. This is going to be a Siege Tower, isn't it? Loom coming in here, crossbow coming in. You need a few more archers to justify it, but the upgrades are in place. We have fletching at least. It's a bit tight to afford Balkan Arrow. And Elden Hero is in! He could see this, he could reveal this. And Henry can't really fight that scout. Oh, that's bad news if Elden Hero actually sees this. Yeah, he's gonna see the archers now, but more important to not reveal the master plan with the siege workshop here. Elden Hero with the middle presence though, so you don't get the siege tower over there just like that. Maybe Henry just wants to contest the middle with crossbows instead of scouts here. That could be the case as well. I was really hoping for the siege tower to punish the Mongols' boom here. One scout might go down for Eldeniro here. He is up against... It's actually kind of peculiar that Henry took that much of HP on the starting scout, having the Magyars extra attack bonus, but I guess Eldeniro got some free hits in. So they're fighting for middle control, and Eldeniro moving the TC all the way back here to the woodland, but I guess it's too exposed here to ranged aggression, so better to have it in the back, even if it means further walking distance. So who wins, crossbows or scouts? And the answer seems to be crossbows, even if they don't have Balkan arrow. They only have fletching here. They get out on top for sure. Do we have a monastery here? No, but we have the siege tower. So here comes the proper cloud move here. Siege tower crossbows. The theses are already up for Eldeniro though, so the damage potential may be limited. But he doesn't have stone for a castle just yet, so their siege tower might just still be useful getting the archers in here. Okay, so the castle goes up. That's perfectly visible for Henry, which means that he could sneak in the siege tower on this side and still do damage, sneak past the castle. Or he could, if the timing is on point here with the... he's waiting for 10 crossbows, otherwise he could go forward and he would actually be able to deny this castle, but now it's too late. It's too late. Right, no, 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 don't run the siege tower into the castle. Of course he doesn't know it's there. But Eldeniro will see it shortly, and if it's he sees it... Alright, he'll avoid most of the castle fire again. I guess it's okay-ish. House walls not complete, so the crossbows will enter here and do some damage for Henry. Good way to obstruct the Mongols' boom a little bit here, but it also means that Henry is currently still on 1 TC. He even sold the stone to go up to the castle more quickly here with what was essentially 24 pop, I think. There are TCs everywhere, and that's the risk of going siege tower crossbows like this. The timing it has to happen early enough for, preferably for the TCs not to be up. But you can still do damage, you could snipe farms, you could snipe villagers as you go. You just need to stay outside of town center arrows. But looking at the eco development here, it's 37 villagers to 57. So Eldeniro is at a good spot through this aggression. He's going to make use of that siege workshop later anyway. But 7 crossbows apparently enough to one-shot villagers. Here's that helps out. Could delay the siege workshop as well. Good scouting there by Henry to see that going up, but it does go up. And crisis basically averted for Eldeniro. Honestly, I'd actually go for a scorpion here. 1 or 2 scorpions here instead of the mangonel. Maybe just 1 scorpion would be enough here to deal with the already weakened crossbows here. And it's actually arguably harder for crossbows to snipe scorpions than the mangonels as well. Oh, we could even use the Magyars to clean up here, in fact. And the crossbows +1 armor, Magyars. Only fletching though, they're lacking Bodkin arrow for now, but they obviously have a huge HP advantage here. Hmm. Alright, the Mangonel is here as well. Misses the shot. Okay, good micro for Henry here. He's actually sniping two Mangonel already. Don't think it's too significant for the long run here. Tries to get the Mangonel, but no way. So that ends the offensive for Henry inside Elden space, and Henry just doesn't give a crap here. I was gonna go to the Imperial Age. Maybe at the market, use the market to adjust the resources, selling some food, probably using the gold to buy his way up. What is that Imperial Age gonna give Henry though? It doesn't have any economy here with 42 villagers. Is he going Arbalest? Is he going Siege Tower Arbalest now, or fascinating? Yeah, it has to be Arb, right? So it only has the ranges. Won't really be able to afford anything in the Imperial Age here. Definitely not the castle. Barely any upgrades. But I guess Arb in one way makes sense against small numbers of Mangudai. You'll have the extra range if you get the upgrades and more damage output. Yeah, exactly. You can't go fast imp Arb barbecue bomber cannon because Magyars don't get bomber cannon. Their siege is subpar to say the least. But Arb with Bracer, and you could focus on Mangonels with ease because you'll have one range more than a Mangonel. And the Magudai number still only at 5 for Elden Nero, who's probably going to get shocked when he sees the Imperial Age kick in here at 20, yeah, 28, 30. Imp. So Imperial Age is in, but Henry can't afford anything. Needs to... Yeah, it's getting Bracer. Arguably the most important thing here to get Bracer for the extra range to deal with that Mangonel and the Mangudai. Why isn't the Mangonel dealing damage actually? It doesn't seem to be dealing damage. Maybe it does. Maybe it just deals very little damage to the walls. Yeah, so I don't think Eldenir gets stressed out by the fast Imperial in here. No relics being collected for either player. And it's going to be Siege Tower Arbalest, isn't it? It's ganging up on the Siege Tower, and yes, indeed it is. Or Siege Tower crossbow with Bracer, maybe. The Magodai, even if they're only 5, they still have bonus against Siege, so they probably have bonuses against Siege Towers as well. 220 HP. And they was just tracking the movement all the way. This is a proper clown movement here, as Eldnir was dropping the 5th town center just to underscore the fact that he's booming like a madman behind this and not investing usually into Magadai. And it seems to be developing into what we saw the previous game here with Hussars and Mangadai and whatnot. But currently only one castle for Elden Nero, as the Arb is in. And we'll be entering again for Henry here. Well, that's a pity. Killing the siege tower before you get to enter enemy base. Yeah, I think Henry is just having fun here with Magyars, not expecting to be able to win with Magyars against Mongols after having dominated the first game, of course. 12 orbs. Chemistry on the way in for Henry here. No eco whatsoever. 49 villagers is still queuing villagers, but he's 70 villagers behind. Obviously, won't be out ecoing Mongols here in any world. Could still keep taking out mangonels, of course, but that's about it. Nice little split there, but he gets the mangonel, and the light cav will be running in maybe to get some hits in on the weak ones here. Don't tell me the light cav are going to clean up all this. Oh man. Okay, light cav is apparently OP, killing off Armlists here of Henry with Magyars Siege Tower initiative. Oh boy, oh boy. GG, yeah, it was GG quite a while ago. But they're putting up a show here. It's going to take the throw of a lifetime for El Nero not to win this. And he's basically only making trash here and conserving the gold for later use. Why doesn't he collect the relics? He probably doesn't even need them. He has such a ridiculous eco lead anyway. More stables. And yeah, lacking some upgrades, but no need to rush those. It's not like we're lacking eco here going into the Imperial Age. The Nero probably the troll mood here. Maybe he wants to win this going just Mongols trash here or something. I'm confused. Obviously he knows he's ahead. He's seen Henry go to the Imperial Age with no eco whatsoever. Another TC going up in the far back here. So maybe Henry will get a ridiculous boom going here, but it's a very thin layer of trees there just waiting to be cut through by onagers if need be. We are getting drill and siege. Drill, siege, onager, yay! And Henry still doesn't have stone, so he can't really get the castle up. So Henry is still going for the arbalist here, and he's adding the mangonel as well. Good luck microing against drill onager from the Nero here. Hussar is in, and I think the Mongols Hussar here should have no problem dealing with the Arbalest here. Look at their HP at 118 hit points. Blast Furnace, Chemistry, getting basically everything here. 144 villagers, maybe no need to queue anymore now for El Nero. You certainly have the eco to do whatever you want at this point. What is these players and... Okay, we can't really accuse Henry of giving the Mongols the free boom here, but yeah. Nice surround there. The Mongol will get some hits in, of course, but Henry here is, yeah, massively out-popped, outmassed, outmatched here against the Mongols now fully boomed in the Imperial Age and with the resources to do whatever they freaking want here. El Nero could go siege Onager if he wants to here with the resources he has in the bank, which admittedly it would be cool to see drill siege Onager. See, they're moving so quickly, it's it's silly. What's this dude doing? Just hanging out in the middle of the field here. Well, if anything, they're keeping their idle villager count low here. It's gonna cut through and raid with the hussars. Oh, nice. And a little villager snipe on the way in. Nice, nice, nice. There's nothing Henry can do to stop the mass of hussars. 29 Mongols hussars. El Nero is going to win this with hussars and a couple of onagers here, I think. The barracks go up for some panic halberdiers here that Henry somehow has been able to afford. But these raids are, yeah, It was GG a while ago, but we're going to see some Mongols raiding at their peak performance here, and then GG, good luck next apparently, because Henry really needed to win 2-0 to to win the group and get to go to the final. GG is called, ends with a GG 11. Yeah, it was an 11 moment for sure.